Hey, welcome back. This video is meant to give you a real quick and easy way to edit your own music so that you can create original music for our IB film class. Keep in mind, I am not a music guy. Yes, I play ukulele, but this is as new to me as it is to you. I am learning right along with you, and if there's somebody out there that knows more about music, we are going to be excited as we go through the year to hear more about how to make these better. I want to just start by looking at our IB website here. They have very specific rules about music use. You are not allowed to use music that has been pre-created. So we're going to be using BandLab, which is a free software that's used to mix music. It's very similar to GarageBand. So when you look down at the rules here for IB, you can use one of these programs, but you're not allowed just to grab a loop on your own and stick it in there without having any editing at all. So as long as you've blended audio elements together, you should be in good shape. So I want you to keep that in mind, blending audio together. So this is going to be like, how do you blend two loops together to create something that is yours? That's the goal. So we are going to be using a free site called Looperman. You do have to register. So once you've registered, you can search for free loops. And what I do, and what I would encourage you to do, is when you do a search on Looperman, you search for things with a consistent tempo. So like a standard tempo is 120 beats per minute. So it kind of sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I kept snapping for a whole minute, it would be 120 snaps. So that's how that works. If you're doing 60 beats per minute, obviously you'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, something like that. It'd be a beat every other space. If it's 120 beats per minute, you're getting that regular rhythm. I think I'm explaining that correctly. So in other words, if you can get elements that are of a similar tempo, then you should be in good shape. So if I just searched all categories here and looked for any kind of loop that was 120 beats per minute, I haven't really looked at these, so let's just see what this 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. You can hear the drums almost want to come in here. Boom ba boom ba ba doo ba boom ba boom ba. Now you see here, when you look at it, it's in the key of B. So if you kind of like this, then you would want to find other loops that are also in the key of B, and they're also at 120 beats per minute, and you might find that there's some synergy here. I think the easiest thing to loop with is a drum loop. So this one, okay, here's a drum loop. Kind of, well, maybe not. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. That's pretty. So, all right. All right, so you can kind of see that these are the loops you're going to look for. And then if I got specific, you see I didn't see any drums there. I might look just for a drum, and let's see what comes on at 120 beats per minute. So you should be able to download these and bring them into your editor. So I'm going to go ahead and open up our editor right now. And you click that little mix editor button, and that brings you into something here. So I'm assuming if you're the sound designer, you've already picked at least one drum track and one something like a guitar loop or a piano loop or a synthesizer loop based on what it is you're trying to go for in your scene, as well as the voiceover that was recorded for your project. So we're going to go ahead and import those elements here. I'm going to start by importing my voiceover.
What has been done?
All right, so there's me. So I don't know if you can see this. I'll try zooming in. There's a little tab here on the side, and that's a trim tool. So when you'll hear me messing with the script. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that just by pressing the trim tool and sliding in. Okay, and then I got it. Okay, so now we're...
What has been done? I think about the time I've spent away. I know I've changed.
All right, so that's from our script that we looked at. Now I'm going to bring in some music, and I'm gonna blend some music along with this audio, so it's moving in rhythm with each other. And I know I'm going to want to keep things at about a minute or under, because that's kind of the parameters of the project. So let's go ahead and we're going to click right here. You see where it says drop a loop or audio file or MIDI. If you click that bar, you can go ahead and find your next loop here. And I'm going to try this one, drums number 3. This is 60 beats per minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this out of the way just so I can kind of hear it. Slide this over. So I previewed this already, and I kind of like the kind of seriousness of this sound. So I'm going to start there. Now if I want to, when you click on this here, and then there's a little icon here beside add track, and it's got a little line with dots. This is a really important tool because it allows you to fade up and fade down. So if I click onto this piece here, I can add little buttons, and I can fade up a little bit on this effect. So I'm going to kind of come up a little bit on it. Let's go ahead and listen to that. Okay, so now we're kind of in there. It gave me a little, when I want to get rid of that, I can just kind of turn it off, but the fade up is still in there. So that's kind of this first hit is really the most important, loudest one that we hear right now. So if I'm going to try to figure out a good space to fit my I think I'm going to start right there. So I'm just going to slide my voice over like that.
What has been done? I think about the time I've spent away.
So even though I read this voiceover, these beats kind of compete with each other. So what I'm going to do is click on this voiceover, and you see this tool right here. It's 4 buttons in. It looks like 2 rectangles. That's actually like a piece of paper being split in half. And when I click it, now I've got I've split the clip into 2 pieces. We'll listen back.
What has been done? I think about the time.
See, that's a little better. Let that strike come in.
What has been done? I think about the time I've spent away. I know I've changed, transformed.
So on transformed, I want to bring in a new audio element. So I'm going to split this clip. I'm going to slide this kind of out so that we can bring in something new. And I picked. I'm using that word transformed on purpose. I'm going to bring in my other element here. So this is my other audio element. So this is what it sounds like. I'm going to just zoom out so you can kind of, you see these little zoom tools? There's a plus and minus over on the far right. This is really helpful to zoom in and out on your document. So I'm just going to slide way out here and then play it. So I like that. That's got a kind of a trippy, weird, kind of a Stranger Things kind of thing going on here. So I'm just going to see if I can get lucky, and I'm going to line it right up to that snap. Let's see if it works. Probably won't.
Changed. Transformed.
Oh, actually that worked really, really well. Okay, I'm going to make it seem easier than it is. I just kind of got lucky. Now remember, this is 60 beats per minute. This drum beat is 60 beats per minute. And that's kind of why these things work together.
I think about the time I've spent away. I know I've changed. Transformed.
Yeah. Now officially, we're not stealing this anymore. Now it's our original edit. And I think that's all I want of that really cool music. And then I'm going to bring back my voice here. Now you see I'm going to run out of audio, but that's why this thing is so cool. Because we can just go ahead and, you know what I can do? I'm going to make a split right here. And then I'm going to just copy and paste these. I should just be able to copy and paste these elements. So copy, and then if I come over here, I can paste out. So now you see I've looped these one more time. You see right there's a little bit of gap. That might cause a little funkiness. Let's see if maybe, hopefully I didn't ruin it. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Let's hear. Take it from the top.
I know I've changed. Transformed. It's not just what I've learned. It's how I think about the world. How I wish to spend my time in it. What has been done? Has it been horrific or helpful?
I'm finding the music's a bit overpowering my audio, so right here I'm going to click on this clip, and what I can do is I can raise the volume a little bit here.
Has it been adversity or opportunity? What doesn't kill me?
Yeah, you see that move there? Now my thing is out of sync, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to bring that back. And how do I fix that?
Has it been horrific or helpful? Has it been adversity or opportunity? What doesn't kill me makes me.
Now there's me rustling up here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that slide tool. You click on it and it's over here in the other corner. That's the end of it, and then
makes me.
Okay, and then that's going to be the ending of that, so I'm going to slide that out. Whoops. Control, no, cancel that, cancel. I'm going to try to do that again. Slide it out. And then let me just hear.
Makes me.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the weird music end us, and I'm going to go to that fade tool, and I'm going to add a couple dots here, bringing it way down. All right. So what I did is I faded out this last track.
Makes me.
I still got some rustling up there. Let me get rid of that.
What doesn't kill me makes me.
All right, that's very rudimentary, but I'm going to leave that little error in there because if I had more time, I would do it. But this really gives you a quick look at how to create this. When you're all done, you're going to save your work, and then what you're going to do is you can download it, and you're going to do a mix down. So you see, you're going to file, download, mix down as. Once it's kind of done doing this creation of the mix down, you are going to be able to decide what kind of audio file you want. I recommend you pick a high level, MP3 file, their highest quality here. I'm just go ahead and do that, and we're going to download it. And now it's going to ask you to pick your location. So you're going to pick your location here. I'm putting mine in a file called loops, and I'm going to call this George voiceover with music, and I'm going to go ahead and save that. And basically the sound designer's job is kind of done, and now we're ready to hand off this sound file to our editor, who's working with the videographer to collect all that stuff and put it together. And I'll see you for that piece later.